So, Major, take us back to that night that James Comey was fired. How did that reporting process unfold?
Chaotically and with a great deal of panic. And I just don't mean for reporters who were rushing to understand what had happened and if, in fact, that had just happened. I remember sitting in the White House booth, and many of my colleagues started running around, and somebody I heard say, "Something just happened." So I jumped up and walked out the door, and people were saying, "Something just happened. Something just happened. What just happened?" Literally, that was the conversation among reporters. It was like we felt a tremor beneath our feet, and we were trying to figure out what that tremor was about. Little did we anticipate that the tremor was that the President of the United States had just fired the FBI director. This had happened before, but as Susan well remembers, there was a lengthy process that preceded it and a big paper trail that led President Clinton then to do that to his FBI director, William Sessions. That was not what was happening here. There was no paper trail. There was no sense that this was being contemplated, much less being put into motion. And so once we established that that was what had happened, that was the earthquake, I ran out here, all the other reporters ran to their battle stations, if you will, to try to understand the dimensions of the story, obtain from the White House the available explanation for this big breaking news story. And there are times in our industry where we're a bit too cavalier, I think, with the concept of breaking news. This was not one of them. This was full-blown breaking news, stop whatever you're doing and pay attention. And it was that kind of moment. And then as the week progressed, the explanations around this big breaking news story became a bit more tortured. The president redefined it in a television interview a couple of days later. And it's still a saga that not only grips Congress, it grips the FBI, and still continues at one level or another, clearly, to grip this White House.